Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Kuhulimla, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakahakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwat that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying. Staying occupied in prophecy, man. This is an article from Business Insider. And it's something that we've been hearing about for quite some time, but it says South Africa could be the first ever country to provide a no strings attached universal basic income. Now, that's what they'll basically be telling you. No strings attached. Come on through. We got money for you. You know, we know you're down on hard times. We're going to get rid of all that. You know what I'm saying? You just come through. And we know what this is leading up to, man. It's really leading up to that implementation of the MARK, man. Okay, so it says South Africa suffers from severe income inequality, one of the worst anywhere in the world. Its unemployment rate, meanwhile, is over 30%, but its government thinks it has a solution: universal basic income. So when I clicked into the link on the universal basic income right there, it kind of had an article, with Business Insider. Of course, they want you only get a portion of the story, and then they want you to sign up. But I wasn't going through all that, but to get the gist of the story, it was a lady that just had got out of prison somewhere here in the States. And she just had got out of prison. I think she was in there for about 6 years, 7 years or something like that. But they pretty much kind of gave her a universal income. You know what I'm saying? Like a car, a place to stay, and as long as you pretty much, do what you're supposed to do, you're good. They just gonna keep on hooking you up every month. And it kind of reminds me of, kind of EBT or food stamps right now, except for there's not that total control over it. Because, a lot of people, they're abusing that shit. I know, like in the hood, you know what I'm saying? If you go to a supermarket, I can go to the supermarket right now. It'll probably be 3, 4, 5 people around there. Like, hey, I'm selling stamps. You can get $40 worth of food for $20, that type of shit in cash, so they'll just swipe the card. You give them $20 in cash. So all that little abuse, little stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna cut into all that. And they really have over the years. They've cut into a lot of abuses of stuff like that. And all they're gonna do is pretty much probably cut into it more. And it's gonna be overall with that MARK, man, that market of beauty and the beast. That's gonna be the total control. They're gonna tell you about how your identity can't be stolen, your funds can't be stolen. I done a lesson earlier today on this lady. She said that, somebody just cleared her whole EBT card out in states that she wasn't even in. You know what I'm saying? Like, she woke up, her account was on zero, and she was pretty much bugging out. Why? Because she's dependent upon that food. She's dependent upon what she can get with that. So that's going to place the people in full-fledged, I need you. I need the government. I need the so-called white man to take care of me. What am I going to do? Right? So this is what it's all leading up to. See, matter of fact, let me get a quick scripture. Because we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. This is how Esau gets down. He comes in, humbling himself. He goes crouching. He tells you about how much, we need the help. And generally, they start stuff like a lot of stuff that Esau try and get going or try and get popping. They tested in the continent of Africa a lot of the times. They already pretty much know Jake. They know Jake in the States. They know how our people get down. They know that the women are, a lot of our so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American women are on assistance. They already know the data and status on the men. They know how many of us are working. They know how many of us are not. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why they try and do things like censuses, and, count the people and all this other stuff like that. And, yeah, Esau's not slick, man. Esau's not slick. You better know this man. That's why when you first come into this truth, you'll get the milk, but what you'll start to learn is your enemy, because we are at war. The Lord said he sent us into slavery to our enemies. He didn't send us into slavery to our friends. These people are not, you can't trust this man. The scripture says not to. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of the fact that once he gets you to that state, he has you pretty much in his, in his grasp. You know what I'm saying? Like, then what's his next move? His next move is to implement that thing in you then he has the opportunity to turn shit off, turn shit on, get to threatening you. You have to do this, and this if you want to keep this. And it's pretty much like that with your, the food stamps and Section 8, little shit like that. That stuff right there is like, it's certain stuff that the people got to do to keep that stuff. They give you certain stipulations. You might have to go and, maybe, whatever, whatever they're telling you to do, So when they've already done their test with, or data test, I would say, with the COV, 19, they already know, like, okay, well, these are the people that are really going to get down and these are the people that are not. So, it's going to be a state of some resistance, but it's overall going to be a state of a lot of people are just going to go for it. Why? Because they're already used to getting that type of assistance, right? And they done, like I said, again, I think they've done a lot of tests when it came down to, they pretty much got the data that they needed to see who was going to do what, man. Because a lot of people was, you pretty much had your Trump supporters. They was like, man, fuck all that. I ain't putting on no mask. I ain't doing none of that. Then you had the other half of the country that voted for Joe Biden, man. They went out here and they just done what they told them to do. And generally, that Democratic Party, man, that blue state shit, man, that's pretty much, that's it's a lot of so-called white people that's the Democrats, but you know what I'm saying? That's really Jake. That represents Jake, man. Okay, so it goes on to say, the idea has broad political support, and the country's largest political party, the African National Congress, said recently it is committed to implementing a universal basic income within 2 years. Once the figment of ideology dreamers, a universal basic income, regular direct cash payments to a population with no strings attached, has grown in legitimacy, especially after the success of COV era, the COV 119, the 1919, if you know what I'm talking about. It says stimulus checks. So they done the test with it. What do you think those stimulus checks was? What do you think those, that little, they got, all that unemployment, because people was getting paid more money being off the job than they was going to work. And people was enjoying it. People wasn't paying rent, you know what I'm saying? They had the rent moratoriums. They had, basic things that the government was taking care of, especially if you was just already somebody that was on assistance to begin with. They was getting down. Shit, man. Man, look. Some of my neighbors, man, because man, they was getting down. When I say they was lump summing it up, man. They was putting some money, they was getting paid every 2 weeks, every week, whatever, man. They was getting food. They was getting, so they've done the data on it, and they tested it, and people were comfortable with it. So that's the thing. See, that's why you can't be ignorant of Satan's devices, because once he gets you like that, then he's gonna come with the next step. Like, well, okay, you want to keep this going, you got to do this. It's almost like your Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? You got your Jakes that's into entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we know you're talented, but if you really want this position, you really want to be this, you want this part in this movie, you want, to go on world tour, and you got to do this. Next thing you know, you're on the casting couch, Okay, it says, tech visionaries racing to develop even more advanced artificial intelligence have also suggested implementing a universal basic income. They say it would help mitigate the job losses from AI. Well, why would you let AI take all the jobs? See, this is Esau's setup. This is his kingdom. And again, where do you think Skill Gates be? Where do you think he implements his little his medicines and things like, yeah, you go to Africa. I'm not going to talk too much on that, but you, hey, look into it. A lot of cases didn't turn out well. Anyway, it says several other countries have experimented with versions of a universal basic income. Kenya, for instance, offers unconditional payments to about 20,000 people in 200 different towns. In the United States, numerous cities and some states are experimenting on a small scale with guaranteed basic income, which offers no strings attached payments, but only to select groups of people in need. While studies have shown these American programs to be successful, they have also run up against significant political opposition. And as you know, Esau, divided. The scriptures talks about a kingdom divided cannot stand. You got the Republicans, they don't want you to have that shit. You got the Democrats, they like, oh yeah, well, hey, We'll give you anything for the vote. Just keep us in office. They don't care, man. And this place is so far in debt. I don't even get it, man. But it's slowly, I gotta say, man, quickly circling the toilet right now. Okay, but it says, but in South Africa, most political parties are all for it. They just need to work out the details. The ANC is committed to finalizing a comprehensive policy on the basic income support grant within 2 years of a new ANC administration, ensuring broad consultation and expedited action, South America's ruling party said in a statement. And who you think running all that anyway? Who you think running all that? Who you think is in control of all that? Esau, man. That's the reason why a lot of these nations, they're kind of joining BRICS, but still, even if they join in the BRICS nation situation, they're still being ruled by Esau. Esau is still in control. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Instead of this man just letting people, they're not going to give you a parcel of land. Why wouldn't they just give you a parcel of land? Throw you, give you the materials to even build a damn house, or just build, don't take that much for people to live, man. You know what I'm saying, really? But if you give a person a plot of land and you teach them how to farm, because they've taken away that knowledge, pretty much overall, even though a lot of people over there, they do farm still. But a lot of people don't know how to farm, man. They don't know how to, have their own chickens where they can get their own eggs, have goats and, things where they can get, the old school stuff. That's self-sustainable. Esau don't want you to have none of that. He's going to be like, come and get your next prescription. That's pretty much it. You've run out of pills? Oh, come and get your next prescription. That's how they're going to run this money down. You're out? And we're going to read you up on the 1st and the 15th. The same thing that they've been doing already. But it's just going to be on a larger scale. See, they've already tested the waters. They know what people are going to do. They know what people are not going to do. And as the pressures of this gas go up, the pressures of these groceries go up, the pressures of, everyday just regular old commodities go up. You got healthcare. You got, it's people, man, they can barely take the kids to the damn daycare now. The daycare is as expensive as hell. People working 2-3 jobs just to handle that. You got a car payment. You got insurance on the car. You got everything is just costly, man. So if they throw something like this out there and it's enough money to get people to, especially people that ain't doing shit anyway, they gonna go and take it, man. They ain't gonna have no problems lining up, man, and letting this man put their little EBT card into them inside, because that's what's gonna happen, man. It says that statement came a week before hotly contested general elections on May 29th. Okay, so we don't need to get all that. But anyway, you get the point. I don't want to keep this long. It says, while South Africa provides payments to certain groups living below the poverty line through its social relief distress grant program, the ANC plan would open eligibility to all South African adults. Can you imagine that? The ANC said it is exploring options like new tax measures and new social security tax to fund the program. Okay, but you get where this is leading to. And I only seen, this got quite a few comments. And I only seen one comment that mentioned, MOTB, Revelation 13:16. But first off, going to the Apocrypha real quick. Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Book of Sirach, in the 1611 King James Bible. And it reads, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. We're not to trust this man. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed, and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. And what's going to happen is, they're going to come in humbly, like, oh, yeah, we're here to help. We know that you're pressured. We know that you're going through things. We understand that, the employment rate is at 30%, unemployment rate 30%, this, and this. And then next thing you know, they're going to ease people into it. It's going to be great. They're going to get used to it. And then all of a sudden they're going to hit you with the hookup. Like, all right, well, the program is going this direction now. And you have to do this if you want to stay a part of it. And it's going to be some things that you're going to be giving up, because the scriptures talks about how all men, everybody's going to be tempted, man. Everyone is going to be tempted by this revelation, man. 13 and 16. This is coming to a theater near you for everybody. But what are you going to do? That's the thing. Matter of fact, let me get this one in Isaiah real quick. 31 and 1. Isaiah 31 and 1 says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many. And the modern day Egyptians is these so-called white people, man. It's kind of a similitude, so to speak, but they are the ones that's in charge. It says woe, and that word woe goes off into like destruction, pretty much, man. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots. See, the scripture says to never trust thine enemy, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. And see, our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are biblical nationality is your Israelites. A lot of our people, man, they depend on Esau for everything. They depend on Esau for everything. Man, motherfucker get a little slight headache, instead of just catching a nap, they going to the doctor. They going to Esau. They going to get some pills, man. They going to get something to relieve them of what's going on, man. You know? They're not calling on the Lord. When Jake going through something, man, Jake don't call on the Lord, man. They go to the so-called white man. You know, they're dependent upon them with them food stamps and Section 8 and, Medicare, Medicaid and things of that nature, man. They don't call on the Lord, man. They going to that man. They going to see what he can do for them. And you already see what he does for you. Hey, he going to, have you refilled your prescription? That's pretty much what he's got going for you. Come and get your prescription refilled. Did you take this, and this, and this? You take this at this hour. You take this at this hour. You take this at this hour. Hey, this is what he's coming with, man. And he's coming with that in a monetary package. I'm telling you, man, this man is about to get down, man. You have to beware of this man. As a matter of fact, you know what? I didn't get it all, but let me go back to that Ecclesiasticus 12 again. Let's get verse. Let me start back at verse 11. I want to get verse 12 and verse 13 as well. Well, let me start at 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed, and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So you're going to know. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So basically, you don't listen. You gonna figure. You gonna realize it's coming. It may be all because he sets it up. It's all pretty. It's glittery. You know, it's shiny, it's gold. You know what I'm saying? He sets it up, man, where it's going to be beautiful. Look, all you got to do is this. You don't even have to work no more. We're going to set you up. We just going to reload your card, or we're going to reload this, or, every month, you know what I'm saying? Every 2 to 3 weeks, and you get, incentives on fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, and you're going to get this, you're going to get that with it, you're going to get that with it. And then all of a sudden, he's going to close the, it's almost like it's a trap, He lures you in, and then all of a sudden the door closed, and you looking back like, what the fuck? Hey, dude, what's going on? Now, they got you in a damn cage, bro. It says, verse 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? So when this comes down, it's going to be like, Jake going to be like, hey, look, the brothers that's out here on the highways and byways, they're going to be like, well, what the fuck was you thinking? We told you. We told you don't play in the street. We told you the truck was coming. We yelling at you. We out here warning the flock. We giving you the warning. We telling you, hey, look, the Lord said, hey, we don't deal with this man. But our people, man, a lot of them are really caught up, and 2/3 are going to take this shit. And we're praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that he will have mercy on us, man, and keep us from even being near this man when all this comes around. But this is Revelation 13 and 16, because this is what it's all leading up to. A damn universal basic income. What do you think they're going to do with that, man? Come on, man. You know what kind of control they're going to take over your ass? You get to giving him that type of range over your life? Nah, man, you better off getting up, man, and working, man. And having a choice about yourself. Like, shit, this motherfucker, man, he get to cutting shit on and cutting shit off. He ain't no different than your lights or your gas or your water. He'll cut your ass off. Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive. See, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, because see, they're going to make it hard. They're going to make it hard. They're going to want to mandate this, man. And it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a choice of I'm dependent upon the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, or I'm just going to go for what this man told me to go for. Like, you see what happened 2 years back here when everybody was rolling that sleeve up. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So if these people don't if they don't have the universal basic income hookup, you know, then they're not going to be able to buy or sell. Everybody else going to be looking at them like a stupid. Well, you better go get it. Let him starve. You sitting around here for all you got to do is see, and it's going to be a lot of that going on when this shit really pop off. It's going to be a lot of women with these children, you know. They're going to go for it anyway. Why? Because the so-called white man is already taking care of them. He's giving them food stamps and that Section 8 and those things that keep their life at ease. So they're going to do it. But, you know, you're going to have men that's out here, you know, that's going to be talked into going to take that shit from their wife. Man, well, the kids got to eat, the rent got to be paid, and this got to be, and if you don't do it, see? It says in that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So this is what it's all coming down to in a nutshell, man. A lot of similitudes, man. You know, we use a lot of metaphors, but that's the scriptures, parable-wise, man. And the Lord has given it to us straight up, but it's only certain people are going to have ears to hear. You know, the rest are just going to get sucked into that vacuum. And when they get sucked into it, because look, this is what's going to happen here. First off, let me get chapter 16 real quick. Revelation 16:2. It says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sword upon the men which had the mark of the beauty and the beast. You know, I'm wording it that way, you know, and upon them which worship his image. So it's going to come some grievous swords, man. Ain't no telling what the fuck, man, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can have just a general allergic reaction just from, you know, I got to keep it, you know, classy here because there's only so much we can say. But, man, you can go. Why do you think when you see those commercials on TV and they get to talking all fast at the end of the damn commercial, when they get to talking about the effects of the side, right? You know what I'm talking about. Reverse that. When they get to talking to you about SIDE, EFFECTs. They be talking all fast at the end of the damn commercial. The PILL commercials. Get to telling you about, yep, this, and this. But, you know, you're going to, if you have this, and this going on, you know, stop taking it immediately. You know, what the fuck you think all that is, man? It be people having allergic reactions from stuff like that, man. And a lot of that stuff be messing them up. You just don't hear about it like that. Bad reaction. So what do you think is going to happen if you allow this man to put something that's pretty much overall radioactive in you? You know, you think it's gonna happen? It says gruesome and it says noisome and grievous sores. And then let's go back to chapter 14. Revelation 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So it's going to be great destruction that's going to come to anybody that worship this man's image, man. Anybody that take that shit, they through. And they ain't no coming back from it neither. But you know, Jake going to want to feed the belly. Jake going to get hungry. Them kids going to get to crying. And they're not going to call on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's that Isaiah 31:1. They're not going to call on the Lord. They're going to go down to Egypt for help. Esau got the food. Esau got the water. Esau got the cheese puffs, the Fritos and shit that I like. He got the shit. Damn, this man got unlimited supply of Coca-Cola, man, and Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is go down there and swipe. Beep. And then, of course, they're going to get to telling you about, okay, you've had your allotted a number of whatever types of food or whatever the case may be. Well, yep, you've eaten 3 cheeseburgers this week. You have, you know, gone past your allotted amount of cheese and beef, onions, or whatever the case may be, especially that oink oink. They might actually give you a little more oink oink though. See? So you have to look at stuff like that. Yep, you've gone over your allotted amount of travel. The scriptures talks about a man shall want to go into a city and won't be able to, roughly paraphrasing. Because they can say, hey, look, okay, you see they keep talking about this climate change shit, the CO2 emissions and shit, you know. And they can easily say, well, all right, well, you know, with your universal basic income, you've gone over your allotted amount of items for this month. You know, the CO2 emissions, your carbon footprint, you've done your amount of carbon footprint for the earth as of this month. Your car's not going to start. Where you think they want to go all electric and all this other shit and put these boxes in the cars where they can, automatically turn off your vehicle now? And that's why I don't drive. I don't want nothing new. You know what I'm saying? I keep me a older vehicle in decent shape, man, because I'm pretty much A to B in it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just on that daily bread, man, trying to get that daily bread. I like the newer cars. You know, they got a lot of nice features and shit like that. But when you really think about it, man, you don't want to be in nothing that these motherfuckers can just turn off when they want to turn off when shit hits the fans. You just never know. You might have to hit the gas, man. You might have to hit the gas, man. Here you go with a tracker in your shit. You know, because once you get to throwing away these phones, you can throw away the phone, and location is lost wherever you threw the phone at. But guess what? Universal basic income, they're gonna want that technology in you. So now they're gonna be able to track you down. As a matter of fact, now in a lot of the cases, may not even have to track you. You know, they may not even have to track you down. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna, shut your ass down. Here you go, you want a car, they can just shut the car down and lock you in there. You on a bus, you know what I'm saying? They can just shut the whole damn bus down. You got these electric buses, smart buses, hybrid buses, things of that nature, the little technology. You thinking that you just trying to make it across the city, they shut the whole damn bus down. Or, just before they pull up on you. Send the bus driver a little alert, or maybe not send him an alert. Whole damn bus shut down, 50 people on there, you know what I'm saying? And they like, you know what I'm saying? They got the damn bus surrounded. Matter of fact, I was just watching the news just now. Motherfucker hijacked a bus, man, in Atlanta. He driving all kinds of shit. He crashing in the car. I'm talking about, man, shit look like something out of GTA. Grand Theft Auto, for real. Yep, so the world is getting crazier, man, and it's all coming down to a point of, hey, we need order. And they creating all the chaos to give you the order. So get ready for it, man. Get ready for it. And again, like I said, I could have looked into it a little further. But do a little research on this universal basic income. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's do this real quick. Let's just put it in there, man. I'm just going to put in what is universal basic income. Yep, a lot of shit going on right now, man. World getting interesting. Universal Basic Income, UBI, is a social welfare proposal that will give every adult citizen a regular, unconditional cash payment from the government, typically without conditions based on wealth or employment. The goal of UBI is to help people meet basic needs and reduce poverty. See? Now, what does that sound like? Sounds real good. Sounds real sweet. Sounds a little tantalizing there. But you already know, man, as soon as you get off into this and they get you, it's like a drug. They'll get you hooked. And then, next thing you know, you there scratching your arm, man, looking like Pookie from motherfucking New Jack City, man. It keeps calling me, man. It keeps calling me. Nothing you can do about it once you get off into it, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can clearly see the jobs being shut down. All these businesses shutting down, man. The reason why, what did they say with South Africa? Because the unemployment is so high. Then they keep telling you about all this so-called job growth here in America, man. The only reason why they can say job growth because people working 2 or 3 jobs, man, just to make shit happen. It ain't like these are new jobs, being created for new people. No, these are people. I got a full-time job. I got 2 part-time jobs. I'm hustling on the side. And all that hustle shit about to stop too. Because once that cash is gone, You ain't gonna be able to say, well, hey, I know how to do brakes, or I can do some hair, I can cut some hair, I can do some nails, or I can, and that's my little side. Nah, ain't gonna, if the cash and everything is digital is popping, then it's gonna, hey, they're gonna want to cut, man. Esau gonna want to cut of everything, and this place is in super duper debt, man. So I don't know how they gonna do it anyway. No, so these are the plans of the elite, man, and it's all about the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because the days and times of Esau's Edom kingdom is here. This shit is done. It's about time for us to get up out of here, man. And he's got a couple of major moves to make, and this is one of the major ones. One of the major prophecies is this right here before World War III pops off, man. So I'm gonna end out there. I pray that the lesson was edifying. With that, Kwame Yashala.